Hello everyone, I'm Greycloak, thank you for joining me, and welcome back to episode 282 of Factorio with the Seedbug mod, where we are working on mashed potato farming. Hopefully we are going to get some actual mashed potato seeds here at some point, if we're lucky. If not, well, that just sucks. We are making more swamp gardens though to then turn into mashed potato seeds, but it's a slow process. And I really hope we don't have to duplicate this, because that would just... yeah. Then we should have done that long ago. What we do need... I guess we're going with... We have actually gotten some. We have gotten some. Awesome. We need to get thin mud water instead of heavy mud water though for this. Thin mud water. And then we're actually farming. We will need these seed. Well, we need to first put those dormant mashed potato seeds into a seed thingy. I think. Maybe I'm wrong. No, we should do that, yes. So we only need 2 of them for 34 of these. I think we are just going to put this here. And do that. And then this is slowly going to make more. Luckily this part is pretty fast. We have a 5% chance every time of getting an extra seed. Yes. Which is obviously not a lot. And we can't just ramp this up, because we only have the 5 seeds that we actually need for this. What we could do for now, I guess, is to directly output the seeds to there. And say only mashed potatoes are allowed to be output from this with a filter inserter. Okay, we really need to speed some of this stuff up. I need my train though, if we have the space available. Wait, one of these should be it, right? That one? Good. So we actually have enough for 2 now. I guess we just got another 5 from these. I don't think we magically just made 5 extras from here. Yeah, we need filter inserters. This. To only output mashed potatoes. So we get all of these into here instead. And now we have them split, that's stupid. Now we have 10 extra. Guess we don't really need to request those to here. While doing this part at least. So then we can take these and split into 2. You need water and some fertilizer, that's fine. Or mud, I meant, and fertilizer. And now we're not requesting seeds anywhere. That is obviously stupid in case we actually get some up here. Yeah. What to do? Maybe we just make the request in some of these, or all of them. Then hopefully they should start up at some point. And we just still don't get any of the 5% chance ones. That's too bad. And this will just need some time. I guess we should leave it. But then we are not solving our problems of nutrient pulp or anything. We are still low on heavy mud water. So maybe we should focus on these problems for our zombie eucalyptus. Just the mud water. Are we out of barrels? Maybe. I don't see any barrels at least. We don't have any extras here. No, we have -4 barrels. And you need to go home, so we have more space available. The train with steel for this just doesn't ever get any steel. That's so great. This is not what I wanted to do here. This is supposed to be 10 seconds. But of course, just go and grab more steel. But all of these have limits on 10 seconds, yes. Fish steel probably doesn't. We could fix that though. For now at least. Well, maybe 30 seconds is okay. What else do we have? That one is fine. Basic circuit steel. You will also have a time limit. Of a farming steel. Time limit. Loot steel has a time limit. Spider farming barrel stuff should have a time limit. And farming barreling stuff has a time limit. Good. So now this should all be getting a little bit. And a little bit is really all we need. Now we just need to get some of these trains through. Of course we could just help them. That would solve a lot of problems, and you are actually the one we need to go. So then we get some steel. Well, 46 steel. Okay. It should be a lot better now still. Should we just go and grab some steel for just getting it a little bit faster started? Kickstarting it, so to speak. I guess that would be helpful. Because this is really what we are waiting for at the moment. Give me all the stuff. Okay, that's right. Okay, and we put some steel. And we actually have some extra mashed potatoes. Whether they're from here or from gardens, I don't know. Shouldn't make too much of a difference. As long as we get more machines working, then we get more mashed potatoes. Still have around 2 gardens left in each of these, that's fine. It's now also waiting for iron plate stuff. Oh, because all of the trains sit here and wait. I should really change these limits actually. Instead of saying full cargo, it should be item count. Iron. Above. No, it's until, right? So. No, until 10 seconds or until we have more than 5,000. Actually, we know the limits of a train wagon, right? We have 8 rows of 10 cells each. So 80 cells. And they can each hold 200. So that's just 16,000, right? Is that math good? $200 by 10 is 2,000, by 8 is 16,000, yes. And that would be a good addition to all of this, I guess. Plastic. And plastic also is stacked to 200, right? I hope so. So is steel, yes. Plastic is not stacked to 2,000, never mind. Or 200. We can only have 8,000 of that. That's really something we should get into our train blueprint. For this stuff. So let's redo all of that. Plastic equals 1,000. And iron plate equals 16,000. And steel equals 16,000. So now we're not always sitting around waiting 10 seconds at each station if we don't need to. And we need to put that in there and say, no, not like that. I'm not good at this part. I need to actually grab a blueprint. Copy that. say trains, create, and save that in here instead of this. Okay. And then remove. Good. These keep running, that's fine. We now again have some extra. These are all running. We need 2 more here. We can remove that. And we need 3 more here. And can remove that. And then we're just waiting for these. Okay. So this I've now crafted 48 recipes, or 49 now. So that should have made us like 2 extra seeds or something. I think. Okay. We want this to be bigger, obviously. But we need to have the nutrient pulp handling as well. And the processing, whatever this is called, bioprocessing. Did we do any math for this? 20 to 34. So that's a number. I can't really fit that much into this amount of space that I am willing to do. Unless we just carry on with it far past all of this, of course. It's a possibility. What have we set as the output here? 20. Let's go to 10 to begin with. How much nutrient pulp processing do we need to handle all of this? Can we matrix our way out of this? No. So if we get... Wait a minute. I hit the wrong thing. Get 40 of that and 30 of this. Which way around? 40 of these. And 30 of these. 12 machines and 16 machines. That's a lot. If we just link these, won't it do any good? Why not? Shouldn't it have its input linked as well? So we would use these. Never mind that then. Wait, should it be input and linked? No. Doesn't make a difference. Let's actually delete this one, right? Sure. Now it's correct. Okay. Oh, it's scaled to whatever this is. Fine. I need to remember those numbers, and I need to remember them in correlation to this. How fast are these nutrient extractors? Should have some in here, right? Yes. We could, of course, just have another row of these by themselves. But... meh. How much throughput do we get to these? Crafting speed of 1. 5 fruits every 2 seconds, so 2.5 per second. These give us 45 every 30 seconds, that's basically the same. I'm just wondering what would be best to have close to the robots and what is okay to be further away. But that's probably not too much of a worry. I'll have these stop. No, wait, they never worked, right? I don't think so, at least. We need more mud. Do we just need more robots? Yeah, it seems like it. And all of these are working now from the heavy mud, that's good. Still lack more barrels, but that will eventually come better. So we really just need more mud, and we're just low on mud, I would guess. Yes. It's not even just the robots. So somehow this mud production is not good enough. I did calculate this several times. I'm just gonna do it again though. So we have a 50% chance of getting 0 to 3. So a 50% chance of 1.5. Right? .5% chance of getting the average of 0 to 3. That's not just my brain that says that's 0.75, right? No. Good. At least if I understand the basics of math, then we are making 0.3 per craft every 5 seconds. With a crafting speed of 2.25. That's not a lot. I don't think that was what I calculated to last time, and then we have 5 machines. So it's only 1.6. I thought I calculated to something like 8. What did it say again? Is this by any chance just 1/5 of what I would think it was? Yes. So I forgot to divide it by the crafting time, I think, last time. So we only produce, what was it again? 1.6 per second for each column here. .6 for a column. Good. One of these requires 10 mud every 30 seconds. Is that the same for these by any chance? That would be nice. Yes, it is. except that these are half the speed of these. So these require twice as much. 1 every 3 seconds, 2 every 3 seconds. 10 of them is 20 every 3 seconds. Every 3 seconds is 6.67, whatever. So we would need, what, 4 or 5 of these setups just for those 10, I guess. So now these are becoming our big bottleneck here. How have I made such a mess of these? Oh, they were next to them over here. And soon they will be on top instead. This is wrong. From the charger, because we just need a zone extender on top of that. So that is connected, good. And we just need more. And valves, and barreling pumps. And I don't have the train, so let's just go back. And then hopefully we can get on to processing our mashed potatoes. Because I already think we have a lot of those, just not the seeds. Machine plants are here. Let's just grab all of those, honestly. Everything else we are getting by robot. So we should have some valves somewhere. Yes, good. We're going to need more though. So let's just grab more while we are here. And also, let's just request at least 1 stack extra all the time. I run out of those quite a lot as well, so why not? Good. Hopefully we get enough mud now. We might need more robots to handle it all though, but I would really still like to get the slow bots out of this system. Well, that means I have to hunt, I think, and I don't want to do that. So that takes too much time. Or we could just flood it with faster robots, because then there's a bigger chance that the slower ones will start staying in the roboports. I just don't have that many logistic bots. Oh well. So, the processing for all of this. I think we're just gonna do that in rows by itself. It's 28 machines, is quite a lot of space. Let's just measure that next to these. That's only 24, 28. And that was for 17 of these. So that amount. And we still need to do processing. I guess we could maybe just divide those into both lines or something. Also, I don't see why we wouldn't just extend it past all of this. We shouldn't need to extend this ever, I don't think. So the 10 bioprocessors, they are the same size as these, yes. So they would just take this amount of space. Maybe we should just do it all in a long line, so we just have an easier time scaling. We're just getting quite far away from the robots like that, which I don't like. So we are actually getting some extra seeds now, so we could just start requesting them to a lot of places. Which means we need to... No, because then we need to actually output them. Could output them from here into the... We could output them into the provider chest and then just instantly put them into here. And then only when this gets too many, it'll start being available to the system or something. Or we could just wait. Let's design the bioprocessing for these, and we don't need the mashed potatoes themselves for anything but processing, right? No. We turn it into compost, I guess. Which we do need a larger amount of compost, of course, or fertilizer. Which means we need urea gas. Maybe we have enough production of that, maybe not. But yes, we will at least design this to use up all of the mashed potato stuff. Let's switch those around to match. Something like this. First mashed potatoes, we have 23,000 already. And then we need 10 of these. Do we need these every time? No. We do not. And we don't have space for beacons here, but we'll figure that out when we get to it, I guess. And then we need these. And we needed 28 of those in 2 different configurations. So let's do fruits first. Do we need to carry more barrels or more fruits? All the fruits becomes 10 barrels. So fruits, I would say, or guess, or whatever. Don't actually know to be sure. For sure. So this actually ends up being the same size, but we still have more space here. Okay. We could try and save some space for zone extenders if we wanted to. But for now, let's just do this. Again, they can just take up some of the space for beacons. And we needed 16 doing this. Something like that. Yes. And then we need to barrel it up. Nutrient pulp. And that will require a lot of barrels. I want this to be somewhere standard, where we can reach these as well. Let's just say here. And here. And here. And here. And that needs to be a passive provider. And all of our robots will be working now, so it will be a bit. And we need to just go and grab more of these. Let's do that now. Then hopefully we should get a lot more nutrient pulp production. Where did I leave the plane? Down here. Give me those. Anything useful here? Sure. Let's just wait a bit. Do we have more robots? Logistic bots? Yes, let's grab those. We actually need more tier 2s of all things, but that's just because we only have a little bit of production for that. And we're out of blue circles, okay. And you do pips. Actually, this is the same fluid, of course. This can handle 500 per second. But we're already making a lot. And when we start speeding this up, this of course can handle more, but the pipe can't really handle a lot more. So we should probably put a lot more of these in. How about for every 3 of these, or every 6 I guess. 3 on each side, we just do one of these. So again here. 2, 3, 1, 2. We didn't miss the power poles up, hopefully. And how many do we have now? We need to go back up to, was it 16? Yes. but we need one of these in the middle of those last two. And then we need the 12 remaining things. I guess we should just repurpose this to pips. So we have 5 so far. Six, that's 11, and then we just need an awkward one at the end here. Let's just put it here. Something like that. So now we will also be getting a lot of alien bacteria. And we needed that for something, but that was only to start this up. And then we need it for alien goo, of course, which we will be producing more of. We also needed to export both fruits and pips, I think. Let's just put those right up against each other. And let's actually get our train over here. Why are you all hanging around this one? Oh, you're also hanging around this one. Okay. So we didn't put down any charging in our new part of the setup, which sucks.
No.
We have too many mashed potatoes here, that's great, I know. So we should really be at a place where we can just get rid of this and this. And make that normal again. And I messed up the charging again. Don't need all of these power poles here either, do we? No. I'm not sure if this is better or worse, but for the looks, I mean. But it's just a little less wasteful. Also, we should put more bots in. And maybe we should just remove all of the inserters here so we can just repaste the correct stuff on top of it. So first of all, we need to request everything for these. Good. And then this was able to take care of everything, right? We saw it only needing one. Yes. It can handle 5 twice per second with a low crafting speed though, but it's fine. How much water do these need? 50 thin mud water. Every 30 seconds with a crafting speed of 2, so every 15 seconds. That's 3.3 per second by 17 machines. Was that the actual amount? Yes, okay. What's 17 by 3.3? I don't know. $56 per second. So even if we got them to 10 times the speed with the beacons, this should still be okay to keep up with just the one pipe. Yes. At least that is the assumption. Good. And as soon as we get enough of the seeds here, we are allowed to just scale everything. If we get enough of the seeds, I guess. We need a lot more charging. We have a train with more charging spots, so maybe we should utilize that. I would still like to get some of the slower bots out of this system. Okay. And I guess, again, we just put in more fast ones. And what was it I said I needed? Well, I need, first of all, some requester tests. And then I said I need charging pads. This is not gonna scale very well. If, on the other hand, we put these down below, we can still reach these with tier 1 beacons and from above. Just need the power poles here for the next setup. I think that would be a lot better. Probably don't need this many though. Maybe just one for each thing here. If we did this, we could actually still fit a power or a beacon in between them. Would that be bad to only have one beacon for each machine? I don't know. It's less wasted space, but then we get fewer beacons, so we need to waste more space anyway. Next question, can we make a setup that is just that allows for more charging built into it? So heck, if we did this instead, we had some space in the middle here we could use for other stuff. But then That's not enough space. Could we have both input and output on one side of this, and then the next one have them opposite? Something like that. So then we have the space in here. And enough space for power. It should work, right? So input there maybe? Output here-ish. Now it leads a lot more out than in, but I think these angles are basically equal. This is a little bit better, but it's probably not a problem. If it is, we should just replace these with stack inserters already. Something like that. So then we could get rid of these. And just have them inbuilt. I think that's a good idea. And then this gets sort of inbuilt as well. And we could skip half of these, it's just going to be ugly in the end. I'm just gonna keep it for now. On the other hand, we need an uneven amount of them. So 17. Let's grab some stack inserters. Maybe this should all have been done with belts actually, but on the other hand we get so many mashed potato. It's 2 belts, or 2 red belts at least, per row of these. Could of course have scaled it to a belt then, that would probably have been better, but I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm already doing. Yep. How are we doing on robots though? We have some available to the system, that's good news. So that means some of them should be sleeping back here. And we're getting fewer and fewer reds in the system. Once upon a time there was a robot thing called a robo chest. Is that what we're supposed to use to swap these out? Or are these just storage so you can have logistics zone, you can have recharging, and you can have storage for them? So the 3 parts of a robopod. Maybe that's it. I've just seen some playthroughs with a thing that can help you swap the robots out, but I guess that's not possible here. It doesn't really matter. For now, we are just going to do everything by hand, I guess. Good. I would actually be surprised if we still had enough fertilizer for all this. And if our mashed potatoes wouldn't accidentally spread out a bit too much. Again, that's a question of time and a little bit of persistence from me. And we can also just grab more gardens to just get it up to speed a lot faster. Still have 14 available there, that's fine. Let's leave those. And just put these in over here. Good. And are we also going to redesign this part? I mean, it might as well be the same. It can even be better, but why worry about being better when you can be consistent? Is that stupid? Like this, everything just continues. That seems nice. 10 of those. And this should also be possible to do something similar with. I'm gonna remove that to start with, though. Maybe not. We just need an input for these, actually. We don't need all of these red chests. So that makes things pretty easy. We can even make this smaller. Are these in trouble of not getting covered by robo... Oh no, by modules though. Yes, they are. So... we need to move it, I think, up one tile. At which point it is a little bit less agile, or whatever you want to call it. But then we can just do this instead. And have power here or something. But then with our plan of having one of these for every 6...28 isn't really divisible into any nice number for this stuff. I guess 7, but... how about we just do the 6 like that and then get this in? And that needs to stay within the confines, which is fine. And it was how many of these? Fruits, 16. Pips, 12. We need another 4. And then we need 12 of the pip things. That should be pretty easy as well. Pips. And we need to just go and grab some more stuff. We don't have any more requested chests in here. Nope. And we also need more bioprocessors, so let's just grab everything. I need to remember to put all of this in chests, by the way. We should probably just make a lot more of this. Oh, let's do that. And was that everything? We got requested chests? Yes. Good. Oh. And these were pips, not fruit things. And we have 2 of them, we need 12. But we don't need those there, we need one of these. I'm missing one somewhere. I need 28 in total. We already have 24. This adds 4 more, so why are we one shorter than up here? Because we had an extra barreling thing? 4 barreling things, 5 barreling things, okay. I think we're going to be just fine with this. Good. And that is nice and scalable, then we have space for the beacons and everything. Good. Are we completely stalled on the mashed potatoes? Pretty much, yeah. That is a bit unfortunate. bell. We need something to keep this going properly. And maybe just reintroducing some of this would do that. Let's just see how that works out. But since this can grab whatever from here, maybe it will grab the first thing in the list though. No, it grabs whatever it feels like. Oh, but we haven't set a recipe here. Not that it would necessarily help. Let's see. Maybe this is prioritized, and it should probably be a stack inserter. In case it is prioritized, just so it can take everything at once. It wasn't allowed to. So we need something that can run by itself. Do we really need to introduce those filter inserters again to not output the seeds here? Can also just disconnect some of this again. Yes, I should have disconnected the top part instead, because I sort of want to replace that with this new setup. If these are just evenly distributed here, we should start seeing enough of them run. Yeah, I don't think we can ever stall there, but I might be wrong. In any case, we should still be producing more. Yes, good. Let's just get rid of these machines while I remember. Need more storage. Good. Wait, why were these not unrequested? Did I mess up? Wait, what? I have messed something up for sure. Why are these? God dang it, I didn't correct these. So that is why we ran out of these so fast. Still don't have enough to feed another setup, but we're pretty close. Let's introduce those two. Good. Do we have some red robots sleeping back here? You? that'll take forever still. So this is really just stupid, right? Yes. We do have a bit of a shortage even just for these still, but I think that's just because they're in here. Which should be fine still. But unfortunately, that's all we have time for in this episode, so thank you all for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye!